Rusame reader, Rusame, and today I will be reading to you from The Masquerade by Daughter of Apollo, 2019. Now, on to Chapter 2, The Mask. So, do you think we should go with this one or this one? Canada asked, holding up two different suits. Canada had asked for help in picking out his outfit for the ball, and since Australia and New Zealand were too busy with their own outfits, I was the one he turned to. And that's how I ended up sitting cross-legged on Canada's bed, watching him pull out different suits from his wardrobe before he asked me what I thought. I thought they all looked the same. I groaned. Can, I don't know. You know I suck at fashion. I know, but still, Canada said, putting both suits back. Look, if it matters that much to you, go ask Paris or something. I cut him off, not wanting to listen to him rant about the very slight differences in a suit. It's not like I'd be able to tell anyway. Canada looked at the two suits again thoughtfully, before choosing one and laying it gently on the bed in front of me. As he put the other suit back in the wardrobe, he asked me, "What about you? What are you going to wear?" I shrugged. No idea. I was planning on just wearing the same thing I usually wear. Canada gave me a look. Seriously? If you did that, I think Dad would straight up murder you. Leaning back in the bed, I replied, well, it'd be worth it to see his face. Plus, I can make my own decisions. Thank you very much. My younger brother sighed. May, look, I know you really don't want to attend this ball, but I don't want you getting on Dad's bad side. I don't think Ozzy and Kiwi remember what happened last time. You mean when I threw all his tea into the river? I said, and Canada nodded. Look, Can, I don't think any punishment can be as bad as that. But you never know, Canada reasoned, and with a sigh I gave in. All right, fine, dress me up all fancy-like. I grinned, and Canada grinned back, before starting his descent into the world of fashion. Almost an hour and a half later, Canada had given me a white suit with gold accents. Are we done yet? I whined, and Canada jokingly glared at me to shut me up. Almost. He adjusted my collar a little before stepping back to admire his handiwork. Perfect. Okay, so I've got the suit. Is that all? Can I go now? I asked, and once again, Canada gave me the look. Aren't you forgetting something? And I thought for a moment before replying. I'm probably forgetting a lot of things. Canada sighed. It's a masquerade, America. That means you have to wear a mask. Oh, is that what that means? I said, actually confused, because I'm an idiot. Canada rolled his eyes, but there was a smile there, too, so I knew he wasn't mad. Let me guess, you don't have one. I hung my head sadly and shook my head. Well, you're in luck. I look up to see Canada smirking like he planned it all along, which, knowing him, he might have. He pulled out a wrapped package from his pocket and handed it to me. Go ahead, open it. What is this, Christmas Day? I joked, but I opened the package anyway. Inside was a very intricate masquerade mask. White with gold designs like vines all around it. It could have looked cluttered, but it was well made with all the vines intertwined in just the right way. The mask was so well done that I knew it was unique, one of a kind, even though I knew very little about Masquerade. I looked up at my brother in shock. How did you know? Better question, why did you? Only the best for my brother, Canada replied, smiling, happy knowing I loved his gift. Well, what about you? I asked with a smile, slowly wrapping the mask back in the package. The ball was still at least 2 hours away, and I didn't want to mess anything up in that time. Oh, I got one too, but it's not as fancy as yours, but it'll do. Canada pulled another mask out of the other pocket and showed it to me. Similar to mine, the mask itself was white, but it had a little red rhinestones around the left and right sides. Definitely not as well made as the mask Canada had gotten for me, but it was still pretty. Geez, Canada, why didn't you spend all the money on your mask instead of mine? I asked, still in shock about the level of intricacy of the mask I'd gotten. Because I'm not the one who needs to impress all the ladies. Canada smirked. I groaned. Don't remind me. Father had insisted that since we were having this ball, I should get to know some of the ladies from neighboring kingdoms, so that I could possibly find someone who I possibly could marry. Honestly, I think this is why Father was having this ball in the first place, and I was not having it. Well, you didn't have to make me so admirable. You know I don't want to do this, I grumbled, but I was really happy that my little brother cared enough about me to help me with my father's wishes. Hey, it's not my fault that most people find you attractive. You just have to find that special someone. Canada turned away from me. Now, if you'll excuse me, I have to get ready. Obediently, I left Canada's room, and he closed the door behind me. I tried to think of where we were supposed to go after we got ready, because I'd forgotten. I sighed and knocked on Canada's door again. Clearly, my little brother was expecting this, because he just yelled, "Go to the dining hall!" And so, I took my leave, headed towards the dining hall. When I arrived, I saw Australia and New Zealand already there, sitting in their seats talking to Father and Mother. Australia and New Zealand were wearing matching navy blue suits with white accents, which really fit them. Mother was wearing a black sleeveless dress, and Father was wearing his fancy suit. I couldn't really tell the difference between his fancy suit and his regular suit. But that might just be me. I suck at fashion. "Moishir! Zibum!" France exclaimed with a smile as I walked in. I assume Canada helped you out with that. The French roughly translates to, "My dear, it's good." "Oh, you know me so well," I joked, sitting in my seat across from Australia. "Where is he, by the way?" Britain asked, rather impatiently. "He's coming," I answered plainly, not wanting to deal with the situation any more than I had to. "He'd better be," Father responded, straightening his tie. There was a pause before New Zealand broke the awkward silence by asking, "Did Canada give you his gift?" "Yep," I smiled back. "He worked really hard to get that for you, you know," Australia added. "I bet he did. It looks amazing." We fell back into silence, but before long, Canada came into the room. "Sorry I made you wait, Dad," he apologized, and I rolled my eyes with a grin. Britain looked up and replied, "That's okay, Canada." And with that, we were all in attendance. And that's the end of this chapter. I hope you enjoyed. Anyway, I'd like to invite you to join the Discord, which is linked down in the description below. That being said, I hope you have a nice rest of your day, night, or whatever it is for you. Just enjoy your time. And I will see you tomorrow.